The diagram below represents the distance between town A, point B, and town C. Peter traveled in a straight line from town A to C. So here's Peter at town A and he traveled to town C. But what is the question? If he stopped at point B, what percentage of the journey did he cover? Okay, alright, so I'll just count the lines from here. So the lines from town A to C is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then from A to B is 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will be 4 out of 10. So that to me looks like 40%. Alright, so square numbers such as 1, 4, 9, etc. can be formed by adding consecutive odd numbers beginning with 1. So square numbers are numbers that make a square. I know that 6 cannot make a square, so it's not a square number. 3 can, 5 can. So 1, 3, 5, 7 can. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 can, I'm sure. 11 can, so I will select D. Alright, so read the rule below and use it to answer number 8. In a pattern starting in the third term, each term is found by adding the 2 previous terms. So this is a third term. So 0 and 1 is 1, 1 and 1 is 2, 2 and 1, 3, 3 and 2, 5, 5 and 3, 8, 8 and 5, 13. So this is correct. So I know the answer is B. I don't have to go any further. Alright. Okay, so that would be page 3. Let's move on. I should be at 9, right? So the students in 6G were asked to name the sports they played. The data collected is shown in the Venn diagram below. So I have a question mark here for cricket alone, 15 and 20. Both love football and cricket here. Football alone is 20. So what's the question? What information do you need to determine how many students played cricket alone? Only. The number of students who played football. No, we have that already. The number of students who played cricket. Yeah, that's so the answer is B. Alright, number 10. Which of the following shows the reciprocal of the product 5 and 6? Reciprocal, I think that means to flip. So if you flip things, so if you say 5, 6, 30 or 6, 5, 30, that's the same thing. So the answer should be 30. Okay, so number 11. 20% of a number is 35. What is that number? So if 20% of a number is 35, what percent? So to work that out, I think you need to say 20% of a number. 20% of means multiplication. So 20% of dash equals what? 35. That's it, right? Right, so you're gonna divide 20 by 100. So you go 2 places, so it's 0.2. So it would be 0.2 times something. That would give you 35. So all you need to do is to divide 35 by 0.2. And 2 into 3, 1. And 1 is left. 2 into 15, 2, 7, 14. That's 7. 1 is left. And it's a point, so it's 10. So 2 into 10, 5. So it should be 175. Okay. Got it. Alright, I need to undo those though. Okay, let's undo those or erase them. Go away, go away, go away, go away. Alright, cool. Alright, so my answer should be here. Where is my draw? 175. Yay. Alright, so let's move on. So that should take me to the next one, which is question 12. So for question 12, it says 50 sweets were shared between John and Mark in the ratio of 1 to 4 respectively. What was Mark's share? So this is ratio. I haven't done this in years. So the ratio is 1 to 4 and it's 50 sweets. So the first thing we need to do with ratio is to add them. So we're gonna have 1 plus 4 equals 5. So now we have our ratio, which is 5. or adding of the ratio, which is 5. And the total is 50. So we need to divide by 5, and that will give us 10, right? Right, so 5 into 50, 10 times. Now we need to look at the ratio, which is 1 to 4, and put them over here, and then we have the 10 that we would have gotten, and 10 ones 10, and 10 fours 40. So John would get 10 and Mark would get 40, respectively. So it's 1 to 4. So Mark would get 40. So our answer should be 40. All right, I'll have to clear that and do it again. So 40. All right, so Mark, Stacy, and Jennifer all received their weekly salaries. Stacy received $3,000 while Jennifer received $9,000. Wow, Jennifer, you're really clocking. If the ratio of Stacy's salary to Mark is 3 to 4, what is the ratio of Mark's to Jennifer? So we don't know what Mark's salary is, but we know that Stacy's is 3,000, and we know that Stacy's to Mark is 3 to 4, meaning that Mark is getting more than Stacy. Since Stacy would be the 3 and Mark would be the 4. So let's find out. To find that out, and we know that Stacy is 3,000. So let's put that over here. This is Stacy's own, right? And it's 3 to 4. So 3 into 3,000 will give you 1,000, right? And it's 3 to 4. So Mark would have been the 4. So 1,000 times 4. Mark's would be 4,000. Okay, good. So now we know that Mark's salary is 4,000, right? So we know that Jennifer is 9,000. That's 9,000, and Mark we said was 4,000, right? Right. So if you take 4, it's gonna be 4 to 9. So the answer will be 4 to 9. Let me clear this. So the ratio would be 4 to 9. Which diagram shows the ratio of shaded to unshaded area? Shaded to unshaded area. I think there's a mistake here. And it's 2 to 1. I see 2 to 1 here. So I'll select B. But I'm not sure about this question. It's not structured properly in my book. All right, so let's move forward. Numbers 15. All right. A child was asked to convert 16% to a fraction. There may be errors in the given solution. So I can see the big error here. If you're going to do 16% is 16 over 100. And I'm seeing this is starting out with 16 over 10. So I'm not going any further, man. This is incorrect. So I know that this one, line 1, would be where it's incorrect. All right, so let's move forward. It says, the line segment below represents 4 holes, or hole. Mario correctly selected point Q to represent an estimation of 220% on the line segment. Okay, so he selected Q here, which is 2 and 20. Yeah, that looks right to me. Which of the following could not be the reason for choosing the point? Oh, I see. 220% is just a little over 2 holes. That's a good reason. I think that's why I chose that. So I don't think that is the answer. Any random point between 2 and 3 would be correct. I don't think so. Point P is too close to, is this I? Or what is this? Point P is too close to 1, and point R is too close to 3. Point P is too close to 1. Point R is too close to 3. I don't think so. Point Q is approximately 1.5 the way between 2 and 3, which is 20 more. And the question again is, Mario correctly selected which of the following could not be the reason for choosing this point? Okay, point B. I would say C. Point P is too close. I don't think they're too close. And point R is too close. So I would select C. Everything else seems, because it's a random, right? And 22, I think point Q is approximately 1/5. I think this is 1/5. It's about 5 points in here. So I would select C, right? Hopefully I'm right with that one. All right. Let's move on. All right, the diagram below shows two similar rectangles. Use it to answer items 17 and 18. These are not too similar. Well, I guess they're two different sizes. All right, so what is the ratio of side AB to side EF? So side AB is this, side EF is this. So this is 1, 2, 3 squares. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it looks like it is a 2 to 1, right? So every 2 makes 1 of this. So it looks like it's a 2 to 1 ratio. All right. What is the ratio of the area of ABCD to the area of EFGH in the simplest form? All right, so this is 2 to 3 ABCD. So we have 3 to over here, and we have, so this is 2 to 3, so it's 2, 3, 6. If we're looking at area, area is equal, area is length time width for a rectangle, square. So it's 2, 3 is 6 something square, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 4, 6 is 24 square. So let's see, what is the ratio area? So when it's 6 to 24, yeah, that would be 6 over 24, but it's broken down. We need to look at it. So that's the highest. It's 24. It's 6, 1, and 6 into 24, 6. So that would be 1/6. So it would be 4. What did I do here? I think I need to get good on my math. 6, 4 is 24. So that should be 4. So it's 1 to 4. So the answer, let me correct this so it's clear what I did, for I'm chastised. So it is 6, 4 is 24. So it's 1 over 4, which is a quarter, which is 1 to 4. So I will select B. Yay. I need to erase this again. All right, so let's move on. 19. I need my draw. All right. It is now 1400 hours. What time will it be in 8 hours? So 1400 hours is what? 2 p.m. So 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It should be 10 p.m. Yeah. Carl's Bakery occupies a rectangular workspace measuring 80 meter by 40 meter. He expects to increase his workspace by 50% when he moves to a new location. What could be the dimension of the new workspace? So he's currently at 8 fours, right? So you definitely 80. So it would be, I think, a rectangle. We can draw it for that. 4 8 32, so that would be 320, right? 320. And if he's to move another 50% space, it can go to 80 by 60, right? 80 by 60 would be the answer. Before I even work it out, I can see that it's 80 by 60. So I would definitely choose 80 by 60 for this one. All right, let's move forward. All right, so 21, which information is enough to determine the parameter of a rectangle? The length of the diagonal, the area of the rectangle, the size of the rectangle, the length of the sides. Well, parameter means you're gonna measure each the sides around, so I will select D. The scale drawing of a floor plan is shown below. It says, which information is enough to determine the perimeter of the rectangle? Again, all right, so the perimeter, I think we can just count. Well, this is a rectangle, so we need to have length plus width. So it's length plus width, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So I would select 24 meters squared. That's all we need. All right. Okay, so let's move forward to 23. Right. So 23, which of the four groups below best shows congruent shapes? And I selected these because congruent means the same. They all look the same size, same everything. So the others, this looks a little bit like they're close, but if you pay close attention, you see that there's some, like this Pac-Man looking mouth is wider than some. So I choose this one for 23. Right, let's move forward. Right, so here's 24. 24 is 12 over 23 plus 9 over 23 equal P. What is the value of P? Wow, so it's gonna be 12 over 23 plus 9 over 23. So since they're both the same denominator, I think it should be 23 for the denominator, remains the same, and then to add the numerator, 12 plus 9 is 21. So can this be, yeah, it can be, but let's see. It's 21 over 23 is right here, so the answer is B, 21 over 23. If K is 150, what is the value of K minus 34? So K is 150. So if K minus 34, what will that be? So 4 from 0, you can't, so you're gonna borrow 1, put over here. 4 from 10, leave 6, and this remains 4 over here. Is 3 from 4, 1, and this 1 here, 116 for the answer. So let's clear this, and it would be B and 116 here. Okay, from the pattern below, which expression can be used to determine the value of x? So 195, this is less than, this is 5 less. 95 to 90 is 5 less. 90 to 85 is 5 less. So just keep going down 5 each time. So to get what comes after 75, it would be 75 minus 5. So I would choose B. Which two operation symbols could be placed in the box to give the same results for n? So let's see, if you add 0 to 942, it will still be the same, right? And if you minus 0 from it, it's still 942. So this looks right. Let's look at B. 942 plus 0 is 942, but 942 times 0 is 0, so that wouldn't make sense. And it's the same thing here. Division, can't divide anything by 0, so it would be A. Alright, so let's move on. I think we're now at number 28. So 28, if box X and triangle equal 1, which diagram could be used to represent X plus 4 equal 9? Okay. So for items 31 to 35, There's more than one correct answer. Indicate your response by shading the letter next to the answers you choose. An example is given below. Example: which two are the properties of triangle? Triangles have only three sides, and the sum of the angles is equivalent to 180 degrees. So these are the correct answers. So A and C were chosen. So which two statements below, if placed in the box, will make the equation correct? Okay, which two? So 450 minus 270. Let's see how that works out. 450 minus 270. How do we do that? So minus 0 from 0, 0. 7 from 5 you can't, so you borrow 1, put it over here. And 7 from 15 is 8. And this leaves 3. 2 from 3 is 1. So the answer is 180. So this one is correct. 120 plus 40 is 160. So that is not correct. And 380 divided by 2, 28 is 4. So this is totally wrong. So let's try 12 times 15 to see if that is correct. So we have our 15 times 12. Let's try it that way. So 2 5s 10. 2 1s 2 and 1 3. So that's 30. And 1 5 5. And 1 1 1. So the looks of things is 180. So this is definitely, I would say, D and A. Right? So the next one is which two values will make x, which two values of x will make the inequalities false? All right. So which, it says x plus 5 is less than 30. That is correct. X plus 18 is less than 30. Or 5 plus 18, I should say. And 5 plus 10 is less than 30. So I choose these. I can see that 25 plus 5 is 30. And 25 plus 29 is more than 30. So these would be incorrect. There are 36 students in Bella's class. 16 of them are boys and 20 of them are girls. Bella thinks that the ratio of boys to girls should be written as 36 to 16. That can't be correct. Bella's teacher says she's incorrect. What two ratios could be used to correctly represent the relationship? So we know there are 36 students, right? So we put fourth term. That would make it. All right, by adding 10 to the fourth term, then subtracting 100. No, that would make it. By adding 100 to the fourth term and then subtracting. So I would say B and C. All right, so if this shape represents 25% of the shape, which two figures below could be the complete shape? 25%. So here's one. This could be, this is 4. So I can say A. Let's see another one. 1 2 3 4. And I say A and B would be the answer for that one. Okay, almost there. Where are we now? 36. This one is so not so clear. I can't even read it. So for items 36 to 39, it says indicate your responses by shading the appropriate letter in each row of the table given. I'm not seeing this properly. Examine the table, then indicate which number. Now, this is just an example anyway, but I guess it has multiple answers. So let's see. Let's look at this one. Tony is using a triangular prism to make the top of the toy box. He wants to know how much cardboard he needs to build a roof. Indicate whether the information in the first column is necessary in order to make the decision. So the information is the number of edges. Is that necessary? The number of edges is not really necessary. So I'll say not necessary. The area of each triangle is necessary. Yeah. The length of each triangle, the number of faces is necessary. If we have the length of each triangle, it's the area, isn't that it? So I don't think that's, well, I guess it's necessary if we're gonna do the area. Okay, so I'll take a chance with this one. So I'll select those. So here's 37. Examine the table below, indicate whether the number in column 2 is a factor, a multiple, or neither a factor nor multiple of the number in column 1. Okay, let's see how this works out or pans out. So if it's a factor, it means it can be divided by the number without leaving any remainder. So I am seeing where 8 can go into 16, so I'll say it is a factor. So I'll take B for this one. 7 can go into 28, I'll say it's a factor. 20 can go into 30, and it's not a multiple because 30 can't multiply by anything. Can multiply 30 by anything to get 20. So I'll say it's neither. And then 50, it's not a factor, it's a multiple. So I'll select this one. You can say, right, 3 times 50 is 150, that's a multiple. All right, shade the appropriate circle to tell whether each set described in is infinite or, finite or infinite. So the set of marbles in a water tank, I would say that's finite. Set of counting numbers, that's definitely infinite. The set of hair in a human body, to me, is finite. So those are my selection. Almost there. I think I am currently at what? This is 38. Oh, 39. The graph below shows the average rainfall for the first 6 months of 2018. This graph. So use information in the graph to determine whether each statement in the table is true or false. So June has the most rainfall. June, yeah, that's correct, that's true. Rainfall increased consistently every month during the first 6 months of 2018. It says it increased consistently for 6 months. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, because it was high, then it went low, then it started going up again. If it was from February it has been consistent, but January it was high and then it dropped. So I say this is false. April has approximately twice as much rainfall as February. April is twice as, yeah, that is true. I'll take that. All right, so I think that's what, 39. Okay, what is this? Oh, I'm at the end. Man, I wonder how I'm doing. So for items 40, indicate your response by shading the letter. Okay, this is not so clear, so I'm just gonna go right to the question. Casey wants to save money towards buying a new cell phone. The prices do not exceed $10,000. Her mother gave her $3,000 to start. She plans to save $500 each week. Let W represents the number of weeks. Okay, use the symbols in the rectangle below to complete a number sentence that she can use to determine the number of weeks she would need to save to buy the cell phone. So, wow, this one looks a little shady. So $500 per week. So if it's $500 per week and she already has $3,000, she needs what? $7,000 more, right? So 500, I think, times 13. So 300, 300, 35, 15. 1, 100 100, or is it, no, it looks like it's not gonna make it. 5, this is 5, this is 6,500, so this is not gonna make it. We need to have, I think it's 14, yeah, it's 14, so it's 500 times 4, I think 14 weeks will give the 7,000. So 400 400 4520, yeah, 100 100 155. So there you go. So it should be $7,000. So it would be oops, clear that as well. No, it's not going anywhere. Oh my word. Yeah, that's what you get from playing around. All right, so it's 14 weeks, I am sure, right? So it should be $500 a week plus the 3,000, right? So $500. Let's see how we do this. $500 a week plus, so I would say D. Okay, no, $500 a week plus, yeah, I would say, let's draw this, plus, which is D, 3,000, yeah, would equal, I'll just say equal, which is C, equal to $10,000. So $500 a week plus the 3,000 equals $10,000 a week. $10,000. Yeah, and I think that's it. Wow, this wasn't bad after all. I think it was okay. Tell me what you think. And this was the 2024 mock exam for math. I think I did well as well. I think I would have passed. Tell me what you think. And remember, this paper is also in the description. Just click on the link and you can practice as well. All right. Thank you again. Remember to like, subscribe, share with anybody who wants to take a jab at the PEP mock or the PEP past papers. This is the CBT. All right. I'm your host, Brainy. See you again.